these and many more loading on the show this morning. But of course, you know how we do it. We go first to the headline segment. But my name is Franklin Imuna, the one you love to call Uncle Fine Boy, because I am the finest uncle talking sport in the capital city and beyond. Get your sporty sealed belt strapped on and your sporty helmet on, cause it promises to be a jolly good ride. Alright, so let's begin with the newspaper headline segment. Just like I did tell you, it promises to be a jolly good ride. First off, we begin with the Punch newspaper. This one says Euros 2024, Ronaldo, Portugal's struggle ahead of a showdown with France. And fans want Anthony Joshua to beat Southgate after superb England display. Could it be Joshua that we know? But come on, get your hands on Punch newspaper to find out who the Joshua is. Onome Ebi wishes Falcons luck in Paris. Behold, Falcons Paris Olympic 2024 18 Women Army. Arsenal snub Oseni amid free slash forgets Grekes. And we hear that Finidi free to open new chapter at Rivers United. Super Eagles to know 2025 AFCON qualifiers for today. And more from Punch newspaper. Finidi George lands a new job at Rivers United. And Paris Olympics, Falcons depends for Spain camp today. And Everton signed Olympic Marseille forward Ndiaye in a £15 million transfer. And still taking more stories from Punch newspaper. McLean's OKK surprise inclusions as Waldron names the Falcons Olympic squad. And we hear the showdown on goals Frios at Euros 2024. It's all about the tournament of Ungos. And get your hands on Punch newspaper to find out the full list of Coach Randy Waldron's Army. And we hear that Osimhen to begin preseason with Napoli. Aruna returns for $250,000 WTT star contender in Bangkok. And MPFL star tackle Joseph Dosu FC in friendly. And finally, from Punch newspaper, AC Milan in talks with Romelu Lukaku. And former African record holder in the men's 100 meters, Olusoji Fashuba, he calls for AFN overhaul. And from Punch newspaper, we move to Complete Sport as we continue to bring you the best of sporting stories. We hear that Nigerian forward Igbokwe joins a Portuguese club Rio Ave, and Super Falcons to face Canada in friendly. Oh, for Canada. Yes, Canada. I will continue to keep you in swinger on that one. And this one says choose Chelsea over Barcelona. Cucurella tells Williams. And Saudi club rival PAOK Salonika 4-0 disses. Super Falcons, Johnny is speaking. He says, Rooney influenced my transfer to Plymouth Algae. The kind of foreign coach NFF should hire for Super Eagles, Kadri Ikana gives his 2 cents. And Paris Olympics ex-Arsenal star to captain France, talking about Alexander Lacazette. And Bayern Munich reached agreement with Fulham for Paulina. And influence of K1 League techniques on Vietnamese football. And this one is more on the transfer, as we hear that Lukonga has now accepted to join Sevilla. But as now, they're still interested to sign Jules Koundé. We hear that Arsenal interested also in Italy's Euros 2024 defender. Who is that defender? Quickly rush to Complete Sports to find out. And this one says, the main reason I left Barcelona for Chelsea. Gui is speaking. Gui has been speaking ever since he moved to Chelsea. One day, one articles. One day, one exclusive from this guy. Come on, do the talking on the field of play and not on the pages of newspaper. As now Summit improved offer to keeper Obi Martins, and we hear that Torun Nyariga offer updates on Ghent transfer. Rivers United appoint Finidi George as new head coach, and Rivers United youngster signs a professional contract. Rangers can make Nigeria proud in the CAF Champions League. We'll wait to find out. We hear that Leeds United are interested in Super Eagles defender. And as we wrap up the newspaper headline from the Complete Sport, this one says Fatimo targets impressive outing in table tennis for the Paris Olympic game. And LeBron James seals a contract extension with Lakers valued at $104 million. This is money indeed. And finally, in the world of basketball, this one says, I spent over 14 hours on match day routine, says Giannis Antetokounmpo. Guys are telling us how much time is spent perfecting his skills. Okay, let's touch down at Sporting Live. Still in the newspaper headline, this one says Rafa Marine prepared to join Oseni at Napoli. And Amonike linked with Heartland's job. Referees on the go FIFA course. Arteta wants Obi Martins to remain at Arsenal. And this one says ex-Super Eagles coach moves to Rivers United. And this one says anti-doping system grows limp and bound due to data and AI. Rangers get the duo of Garando and Ugbonna. Rivers secure signature of another youth teenager, and we had a Bologna have signed a free agent Miranda from Real Betis. Juventus set dates for the Gregorio medicals, and we had Atalanta, Fiorentina exchanged blows for Zaniolo. Wow, the blow has to do in the transfer market. And Milan, Bologna, and Bayern Leverkusen pursuing Diego Liate. And Amonike will finally put pens to paper to become the coach of Hadland. And finally, we touch down a Daily Trust newspaper as we look out at the biggest sports stories making round from this daily. This one says, Randy Raudron, the final 18th squad for the Super Falcons game against Brazil, Japan, and their opponent Canada in the Olympic Games. Let's continue. This one says Nigerians have been frustrating me to leave the Super Falcons. Super Eagles to no qualifying opponent later today. And Aruna Kadria returns for $250,000 WTT star contender in Bangkok. Giselo says the Spain plan is to retire Toni Kroos on Friday. Wow. And Andy Murray, Radicano to team up in a Wimbledon mixed double. And Kukugu of a stun pass qualifier to reach the third round in the Wimbledon. And Tony annoyed at lack of Euro 2024 game time. Of course, it should be. Super Eagles to know AFCON 2025 opponent later today, and Nigeria pick Oshola, Ajibade, Nadoze, and 15 others to battle in the Olympics. And from that, we move to the local scene. Alright, so let's begin from the camp of the Super Falcons. In that, yes, they are ready to soar as 18 seniors women's football team, the Super Falcons, yes, the female team of Nigeria. We hear that they are getting set and they will fly to Spain later today to continue their preparation ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games. We hear that coach Randy Waldron has picked the likes of Chiamaka Nadoze, Tochukwu Elohi, and others that will form the defensive partners in the lineup, as well as Osinachi Ohale, Oluwatosi Demei, not forgetting Nigerians sweetheart Michelle Alozie. These ladies will be the backup liner force that will help the team to glory. Not forgetting the likes of Deborah Abiodua, Alimatu Ainde, and Christy Ucheibe. We hear that these are the midfielders that coach has picked, as well as Azizat Oshoala, Esther Okoronkwo, and Uchenna Kanu. Together with others, yes. We hear that the Super Falcons will face the likes of Brazil, Spain, and Japan. And away from that, we hear that the Super Eagles will know their foes in the group stage, according to the report we are getting. Yes, we hear that the draws for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers will be done today at 12:30 Nigerian time. The Super Eagles have been placed in pot 1 with the likes of Morocco, which is the host country, Egypt, Ghana, Mali, South Africa, Cameroon, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. They all complete the pot 1. The group will be divided into 12 with 4 nations making the list of each group, where the top 2 teams will qualify to go slug it out in the Mundial. We hear that the game will be going down December 21st, 2025 up to January 18, 2026. That is when the AFCON will be going down. And let's move away from the Super Eagles and return to the Super Falcons, as one woman has blamed Nigeria. In fact, she has blamed you, she has blamed me, and she has blamed everybody that we are the one responsible for our woes. Super Falcons defender Onome Ebi has cried out over the lack of support from Nigerians, whom she claimed do not do enough to honor their old timers. Ebi, who spoke on social media handle, alleged that she has heard that Super Falcons head coach Randy Waldron has been pressured to include her in the list of the players for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, and she called out the Falcons head coach to deny by himself. It was a hearsay. Oh, I heard somebody said, oh, I read from this blog that the coach said that the come on, we should go past this. Remember, we are still battling the Victor Osimhen saga with Coach Finidi George, and now Nomebi has come out to debunk the rumor that she heard that to go play in the Paris Olympic game. Come on, this is not nice at all. And she also blamed Nigerians trying to still see if they can get the job done for the team. We continue to wait and see, but for now, the list has been released and she will not play in the Olympics. Alright, away from that, let's come down to our own league, the Nigerian Premier Football League, as we hear that Finidi will be unveiled by the former Nigerian Premier Football League Chakot later today, where he will become the head coach of the Super Eagles. The head coach of Rivers United, I beg your pardon, please forgive me on that one. Rivers United sacked a long-serving technical Stanley Eguma towards the end of last season. We hear that former Lobby Stars head coach Evans again led the team for the remainder of the season. But Coach Finidi George will put pen to paper to become the head coach of the head coach of Rivers United. Alright, let's move away from that one as we continue to give you some of the local stories that we are currently tracking for you. And finally, in the world of table tennis, we hear that Aruna Kadri will be back to slug it out in the table tennis contender. After missing the WTT contender events in Lagos and Tunisia last month, Aruna Kadri is back in action at the WTT star contender Bangkok in 2014 and 2024 in Thailand. As one of the top seed in the men's single, the Nigerians aim to bolster the ranking points ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Currently ranked 16 by the International Table Tennis Federation (ITTF), Aruna will secure a spot among the top 16 guns in the men's singles in Paris, with only 2 of the 5 top-ranked Chinese players competing. Aruna stands out as the sole African star competing against a star-studded lineup in Bangkok. Third King Place had the Hemrak Mark Indoor Stadium. That is where the games will be going down. Having missed the 2023 edition of the London event, he was scheduled to compete at the second edition of the Lagos event, which was held at the Molade Okoya Hall at the Teslim Balogo Stadium, Surulere in Lagos, but he withdrew days before the tournament. Alright, let's move over to the foreign scene. Alright, from the foreign scene, let's take you straight to the world of transfer, as it is looking very, very competitive. I must tell you, the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Manchester United, they are making a statement in the world of transfer. First of all, let's begin with our own Victor Osimhen, as we hear that is international. We hear that he has been linked with Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain. But although new coach of Napoli, Coach Antonio Conte, has admitted that the striker is not in his plans for next season. We hear that he could meet Osimhen in the Castria Votino next week ahead of the 2024-2025 season to let him know about his plans for the coming season. And away from that, let's touch down Arsenal, as we hear that Arsenal have decided to get their minds off of Victor Osimhen, owing to the money that Napoli have placed on him, despite Napoli slashing his transfer amount to somewhat around £75 million. Arsenal still feels that the money is exorbitant for them to spend. Chelsea, on the other hand, have offered the likes of Lukaku, Trevor Chalobah, and Casadei, and also the wish to add £40 million in order to secure the service of Victor Osimhen. But for Arsenal, we hear that they have now decided to pitch their guns away from Victor Osimhen and consider Guy Cobers, who is a potential deal owing to the wage as well as the transfer amount to get this guy. They feel that he is a cheaper offer compared to a certain Victor Osimhen. And Chelsea defender Marco Cucurella has called on Atletico Bilbao winger Nico Williams to choose Chelsea over Barcelona. I recall that the London club are among suitors for the Atletico Bilbao star, with Cucurella conceding Barcelona are also keen. But however, Cucurella has urged his Spanish teammate not to hesitate to join Chelsea this summer. And we hear that Bayern Munich have reportedly reached an agreement to sign João Palhinha from Fulham. According to reports, the Bavarian Giants have agreed a fee of £1 million in Athens. The fee will be a club record for Fulham. Alright, just so you know, action will resume in the Euros tomorrow, where games, I tell you, games, mouth-watering games will be going down. The likes of Germany will be the first over to square it up against Spain. Yes, that game is billed for tomorrow at 5 p.m. and later tomorrow at 8 p.m. Portugal will take on France. The Three Lions will be in action on Saturday, but we hear that fans have jokingly asked former heavyweight champions Anthony Joshua to fight England manager Gareth Southgate following the Three Lions' underwhelming performance at the ongoing Euros competition hosted in Germany. Southgate's side have been heavily criticized for their performances despite reaching the quarterfinals, where they will face Switzerland. England, we are on the verge of an embarrassing exit from the continental competition, where Ivan Stranz netted his third goal of the tournament to give Slovakia the lead in the last 16 clash. However, a late Jude Bellingham overhead kick took the game into extra time before captain Harry Kane headed home from close range to give the team a 2-1 win and a passage into the quarterfinals. And let's touch down in the world of tennis as we hear that it is a good news for the likes of the British guys. And Murray, not forgetting Emma Raducanu, we hear that they are looking set to play together in the Wimbledon. And the Murray begins his Wimbledon farewell on Thursday as the team's up with brother Jamie in the men's double, while there are two all-British battles in the singles. The Murrays play an Australian pairing of John Peers and Rinky Hijikata in the third match on the centre court. In the second day of the singles, the 32nd seed Katie Boyd takes on Harriet Dot before British men's number one Jack Drapier faces 2022 semi-finalist Cameron Norrie. Opening play on centre court, British wildcard and recent university graduate Jacob Fenley has the formidable task of playing seven-time champion Novak Djokovic. And away from that, Emma Raducanu cruised past Belgium Elise Martins to join fellow Britain Sonny Cattell in the Wimbledon third round. Former British number one Raducanu given a wild card